Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to SCP reactions. Maybe we could make this a full series tally.
There's a lot of SCPs to react to out there.
There's a lot of them. We are watching SCP 1471, also known as Mallow. I've heard of this one. That's about it. I don't think Tally
Cheers,
has,
mate.
other than what I've told her just now. I told her we're gonna watch a furries.
A furries, just a singular furries, plural.
Yes, a furries. You ready? Go.
Uh,
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good
My
afternoon.
name is
Not so
Dr. Miller,
polite.
and the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP 1471.
Oh,
Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures.
maybe we should have, watched the introduction to the SCP to figure out what the fuck the object class stuff means. I think Euclid is the more dangerous side of things.
yep.
I think.
All mobile devices that have SCP 1471 installed are to be confiscated and analyzed for any potential leads to other possibly affected devices. Afterwards, affected devices are to have their batteries removed, be assigned a designation, for example, SCP-1471, then a number, and be placed in Storage Unit 91 at Research Site 45.
That's a lot of phones
All
that you're
online
gonna have to get
application
there.
stores for mobile devices are to be monitored to prevent any inadvertent sales of SCP-1471. Suspected
Walking into
devices
your
are to
English
be
class
targeted.
and your teacher's just like, please put the phone into the basket.
Yeah, that was more than just English for me. They did that with, every class.
Okay, well, I was just using a very specific example.
I'll eat you.
Using
No.
self-uploading malware in order to disable the device until it can be seized by field agents. Description: SCP-1471 is a free 9.8 megabyte application for mobile.
I love that they specified the size of the app. It is specifically
Yeah.
9.8 megabytes.
Otherwise, how would I know if I have enough room on my phone for it?
I don't think you want it.
I know
Devices
that.
named Malo version 1.0.0 in online application stores. SCP-1471 has no listed developer and is somehow able to bypass the application approval process to go directly to distribution.
Ah, Apple, am I
SCP-1471
right?
is also able to avoid removal by other program manager applications.
Honestly, that sounds more like an
After
Android thing.
SCP-1471 is installed, no icons or shortcuts are created for the application. SCP-1471 will then begin to send the individual images through text messaging every 3 to 6 hours. All images will contain
Oh.
SCP-1471-A either within the background or foreground. SCP-1471
It just sends you selfies every few hours? That's it?
I like to think it's more just like really bad AI generated images. You know the ones I'm talking about, like early AI imaging,
Yeah,
where
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just like none of like the trees actually like look like trees. They're just like, weird amorphous green blobs, and then just like the SCP is just over there, just in the corner.
He's just chilling.
Like maybe just like hovering like a few feet off the ground.
1A appears as a large humanoid figure with a canid-like skull and black hair. During the first 24 hours following the installation of SCP-1471, the mobile device will receive images taken at locations commonly frequented by the individual.
Oh.
After 48 hours,
So, you're saying if I download the app, there will be a furry that'll just appear in my bed? And they're just gonna, send me selfies of that? Are they gonna pose?
It sounds like it varies from person to person, and I think that is exactly what you would receive from it.
The mobile device will receive images taken at locations that were recently visited by the individual. After 72 hours, the mobile device will receive images of the individual in real time with SCP-14.
Wait, so like if you like don't go anywhere, say like you stay at home all the time, would it just appear throughout random? Would it just send selfies of it just throughout random places of your house? Say I
No,
go to the toilet a lot. Is it just gonna like? Is it just gonna send me a shower pic? Like what's happening here? Like.
like it sends you a picture of like a campground, and you're just like, the fuck is this? Like you text it back to clarify. It's just like, this was the last time you went outside. This was your like class trip from middle school.
It looks like it doesn't send. It looks like it doesn't send messages, only photos though.
Right. But you text it back. It's just like, oh my God, this creepy thing is haunting me. Hold on, I need clarification.
1471A appearing within close proximity to the subject.
Oh.
Individuals with more than 90 hours of exposure to these continuous images will begin to briefly visualize SCP-1471A within their peripheral vision, reflective surfaces, or a combination of the two. Continued exposure to SCP-1471 after this point will cause irreversible and sustained visualizations of SCP-1471A. Individuals at this stage have reported periodic attempts made by SCP-1471A to visually communicate with them, but fail to understand or comprehend these actions. Currently,
Honestly, it doesn't sound like a bad gig. Like,
yeah, so
for a lot of people, that's a friend.
Yeah, so you're telling me that I download this app and they just start sending photos of themselves. Pretty creepy at the beginning, you know. They just send photos of themselves in places that I have recently been, but eventually, after a few days, it just kind of shows up in my peripheral vision and it's just trying to communicate with me. Is that the extent of what this creature does? It's just there? That's it? It just sends you creepy images
I think we
and
need to
is in
do.
your eyes?
I think we need to do a like a montage with like either like, wouldn't it be nice if we were older, or like, just like some like old timey feel good song like that of us just like skipping down the street or something like that, just like arm in arm with SCP-1471, and then just like with every shot it just like cuts and they're just like strangers just like looking at us just completely alone doing these things.
I am gonna do something that might be kind of funny. Might be.
That's a big ask for you, Hughesy.
It's a might be at the moment. Give me a second. I am going to add. Here we go. I'm just gonna have SCP 1471 just in the background of this video.
Oh hell yeah.
Just like peeking over the TV. Let me like. Okay, let's continue.
First, SCP-1471's effect is to eliminate the individual's visual exposure to these images prior to 90 hours after installation. To date, no apparent hostile activity has been reported regarding SCP-1471.
See, no hostile activity.
Yeah,
it's just a cool guy.
It's just a cool guy. No hostile activity. So it's just chill. Never settle for those
for lunch.
Look at the
Go
description.
to the arcade.
Never settle for those awkward feelings of being alone ever again. Mellow is an exciting and interactive experience that would keep you engaged. It's just a friend. That's it.
And this is archival document 1471-1. Note: SCP-1471 as posted on application stores. Malo, version 1.0.0. Free. 0 reviews.
Oh.
Description: for
Interesting.
never settle for those awkward feelings of being alone ever again. Malo is an exciting and interactive experience that will keep you engaged and intrigued. The anxiety of social situations can be nerve-wracking, but after just a few hours of Malo, you will soon forget about all those painful emotions of disappointment. Be part of a new craze that is quickly becoming the next social substitute. Remember, the more you participate, the more Malo will engage you. Your experience is completely
I love
up
a
to
good
you.
social
Absolutely
substitute.
no ads.
Oh yeah, I think that's what this
Enjoy.
is.
Addendum 1471 1. This is the experience of William, reconstructed in audio format by Acid, the on-site AI. Playing reconstruction now. I was scared when I first saw him. It happened just as you told me. The messages, the pictures, seeing him around every corner afterwards. I was so young. Who wouldn't have lost it? William sighed. By then, he was over the creature following him. It wasn't like it was going to go away, no matter how much he begged or pleaded or attempted to bribe. He knew that the best and only solution would be to just get used to Capone being there. At least he had the
Capone?
solace of knowing that he wasn't going insane.
You
Believe
named
me,
it.
William, I know many people
Alfred
have reacted the
Capone?
same way. Fear is a more common reaction to the unknown than you'd think. Dr. Laura Brains consoled him. These cases weren't exactly common, but they were commonly known. It's not even that I'm afraid anymore. I mean, he makes me jump when I see him in the morning. I don't think I'll ever get used to that. It's just the bad connotations he has, William rebutted. I know that he does, but it happened 2 years ago. I know it's hard for you, especially with your shadow, but you need to carry on, Dr. Brains stated. William just sighed as she continued. Our session is almost up. We made some real progress.
So, okay, so all
I
that
want you
this
to do
SCP
something
is
for me
just
when you get home.
someone
Do
that
you have any
shows up.
homework or
What
anything?
does Euclid mean then?
I did it
Because
all on my
there's no
break.
hostile entities, so is
Good.
Euclid just like
When you get
the
home,
chill
I
ones?
want you to think back to your first experience. Write as much as you feel comfortable sharing. Is that all right? Yeah. Thanks for seeing me. It wasn't too
Okay,
long a drive
so
from the doctor's office to
Euclid
home.
means
5,
anomalous
possibly
entities
10
or items
minutes
that are
if there was a train.
unpredictable,
He
sentient,
always
or
saw the creature through the
insufficiently
rearview mirror
understood,
of the
making
drone,
reliable
right in the back
containment
seat.
difficult but not
It looked
impossible.
innocent, in its
Okay.
own alien
So
way,
not
even
directly
blurry
hostile, though.
as he saw it.
Just
Right.
Despite everything,
unpredictable.
William
Got
found
it, got
himself
it.
talking to it, like one
The
would talk
object
to a
class,
dog
not
or
like
a
a
cat
danger
about their day when
class.
they were alone.
Yeah, okay.
It seemed to listen when he talked, and after a while, he could swear that it understood. It's hard to tell with a face like that, so all there were to go by were various head tilts and waves, and even then, he had to teach it how to wave. At least I know you're interested.
Honestly,
Drop
I
the
would just
backpack near
love
the
to be the
door,
D
go
class
to the
who's just getting
patio,
paid
wave
to
Capone from the mirror,
test
Frid-
1471.
Yeah, you just get paid to hang out with, well, like, just a furry all day? That's it? That's your job? Okay.
Play
Like,
some
Each
chess,
period,
some
chill,
checkers.
yeah?
William's afternoon
I mean,
routine was more
from what we've seen,
clockwork
they
than it
can't
should be.
interact with the
He thought
real
back to his
world.
session with
We haven't
Dr.
heard
Brains.
anything like that yet, so I'm
Do
assuming
I
they can't
try to
physically do
recapture the
things.
experience when I first saw him? Huh?
You
William
know I
wondered
can't.
as he grabbed a few sheets of paper and a pen. Bit by bit, he pieced together the sequence of events that lead up to this point. I've had Capone with me ever since I was 15 years old. I
Damn.
remember that my 20-year-old sister Sarah brought up an app that she downloaded earlier at the dinner table one night. She had no idea how it does it, but hazarded a guess that it tracks you through your phone's GPS and sends you pictures of the places you've been with a really cute monster placed in the photo to make it look like it's following.
Really cute I'm sorry, this is the monster that you're saying is really cute.
I think it's cute.
It didn't seem that weird. I recall that Google Maps could get a decent ground photo at the time, so just add Photoshop to that and you'd have a gimmick. Plus, we knew it couldn't be a virus. The App Store checks every app for things like that before peddling it. The only thing I found legitimately off about it at the time was that it was both free and adless. Her explanation of it sounded pretty cool to
Free
me.
and
I
adless?
asked
Okay,
Sarah to
now
have it
that's
downloaded on my phone.
suspicious.
Yeah.
She told me that while my
How are they
old
making money
handheld
off it?
flip phone did have something like an app store, it most likely didn't have Malo. Didn't stop her from looking, though. Sarah was a good sister. She really could have told me just to get out of her hair, but she always took the time out of her day for me, packing my lunch, playing with me, bringing me to R-rated movies that I was clearly too young for.
Fucking sorry, I
I
thought you
was
said
lucky that-
good sister. That doesn't sound like a good sister.
To have her
Doesn't sound
as
like a
guardian
real
when our
sister.
parents went away. I was too young to process it all when it happened, but Mom and Dad died from a head-on collision with a drunk driver.
Oh.
Sarah took care of me as my legal guardian up until I moved out for college. God knows where I'd be if she didn't. After some prodding, she found the app, which was a surprise to both of us. It was obvious that my phone didn't have any kind of GPS, but neither of us had even thought about it until much, much later. Soon enough, I received my first picture.
Eh?
I'll never understand the way Sarah saw the world if that was her idea of cute. The photo was taken in my school's courtyard, with the creature I'd soon call Capone sitting on one of the benches. You could barely see him.
Oh.
But there
Just
he
sitting
was,
there, that's it?
covered in his black matted fur, with his knife-like claws,
Huh?
set of blank, pure white eyes, and that
Sounds so
face.
chill.
There's
was
someone in the
merely a
audience that's
skull
getting
belonging
turned on
to
by
some
that
kind of
description,
large
I can
beast.
guarantee.
Looking directly at us with that
It was
large,
me.
wolfish grin.
Tally!
I gave the phone back to Sarah,
Yeah,
telling
that's
her how
funny.
terrifying it was, and that I didn't want the messages anymore. She just jokingly punched my shoulder, saying, "Oh, don't be such a baby. It's too cute. Look how happy he is to meet you." I looked at his face, his wide grin specifically. I have to admit, I laughed at that. It was just the sheer wrongness of that statement that made me listen to the next. I'm sure he'll grow on you eventually. Tell you what, if you can put up with him for one whole week, we'll go see that movie you wanted to see. If he still gives you nightmares, we'll delete it. If you end up liking it, we'll laugh about it later. Deal? I looked at the picture again. It appeared that getting a photo every now and then was the extent that this was going to go to. And looking at it in hindsight, I probably would have kept it on for next to nothing if she really wanted me to. So, I agreed. Sarah was ecstatic after that, and assured me that I wouldn't regret it while showing me some of her own pictures. She only had 3 so far. One at her office, one at the park, and another on the road we lived on. Each picture containing her own clearly visible entity. I must have looked nervous or something, because she suggested that I name mine, like she did with her Cassandra.
I'm gonna
I
call
thought about it
mine
for a bit.
Tim.
Let me make something clear, though, because it seems to come up whenever I tell people
Everything's in
this.
a name.
I didn't name
be
my
like-
Malo Capone.
Tim.
Tim.
I would
because
do
it
something
means
like
with my parents.
Timothy.
I'd go with John Connery.
I didn't even know that Mom and Dad's arrest involved alcohol at the time. I named him after a history lesson I found amusing in school, where people's fears got the best of them. And as my teacher put it, it ended up doing more harm than good. It was intended as a reminder that I shouldn't be making the same mistake. I saw a bit of light in this whole thing after giving it a mock title, and thought that it wasn't going to be that bad. I went to bed, and my normal life went on for just a little while longer. I continued to get pictures of Capone for a while, following me at school, the bus stop, my street, virtually anywhere I went. It wasn't until the 3rd or 4th day when I got called in from class. I was thinking I was in trouble for something, even if I didn't know what, but as soon as I saw Sarah, that feeling was stifled. She looked very shaken. The instant she saw me, she immediately yanked my arm and brought me to the car. Sarah was not looking good at all. She kept asking questions about Capone, things like if I saw him, or if I received any photos from him with me in the images. I haven't checked anything from today, but when I checked, there were 2. I remembered exactly when and where those messages were taken, because during them, I made a mental note that I got some texts from Capone. They'd been sent as soon as they'd been taken. Sarah knew that we were being pursued by something. She probably had no idea by what they were, and I knew she had no idea how they were doing it, but she knew that they knew where we lived. She couldn't figure out how to delete it. She said she tried everything, but couldn't find a way to get it off. She couldn't even find where the app went.
Same, sister. Same.
I'm not even sure what we were planning to do, but before we could even fully plan a course of action, I got another text. Sarah froze and stared at me, as if to say, "Don't look at it." If I didn't, I could have had a semi-normal life right now.
I don't think you looking at the photos is what changed anything. Like, I feel like even if you didn't look at the photos, you probably still would have been... You still would have been seeing this creature, right? It's not like seeing the photos is what makes it progress. It's just time and having it on your phone.
I don't know. Maybe it's like an eye worm.
Maybe.
And we would have known. But I did it. I opened the phone, and there we were, just sitting there, with that fear-stricken look on our face. The photo was clearly taken from the hood of a moving car, giving us a clear view of what was behind us. He took up most of the back seat and towered over me. We both turned around, preparing to scream at the monstrosity behind us. But when we did, the seat was empty. We didn't know what was happening or what to make of it, but we felt that the only thing to do is run away, abandoning the car. We hastily ditched the car, ran the rest of the way to the apartment, and locked the door behind us. We locked ourselves in the bathroom and waited. We just stayed there, even when we got a message from Cassandra or Capone. Sarah would scream at them, asking why they were following us, and begged for us to be left alone. We felt helpless against them. All we felt we could do is just sit in the bathroom.
I mean, yeah, probably like pretty reasonable responses at this point. You're being followed by a creature you can't see. It's like only sending you photos?
Seeing one of them behind her. I wasn't seeing it though. I was more.
Wait, maybe they Mallow only sends photos every few hours because, like, it needs to quickly rush over to all the other people that have it on their phone.
Exactly.
So it's quickly, like, running between all of these places.
It's like Santa Claus. He can't hit every house exactly at midnight.
Yeah, yeah.
Concerned about trying to calm her down by telling her that maybe they weren't really there than I was about seeing Capone in the mirror. I convinced Sarah that we needed to leave the room out of necessity. We couldn't stay in the apartment forever, and if they wanted to get to us, they would have done so already. We called the police, and here we are. We both got help, but I was the lucky one. Everyone's case was different in terms of interaction, but for me, Capone was always in a mirror or some reflective thing large enough to show him. He was predictable, and I could find ways to block him out when I needed it. I learned how to expect Capone, and after a while, he kind of grew on me. I used to have a makeshift curtain that I would pull over the mirrors when I didn't want to see it, but I started using
He's just a lonely guy. He's ugly, but he's just a lonely guy.
Try and interact with
How
me,
dare
even
you?
if I didn't understand what he was trying to say most of the time. I started to greet Capone with a casual wave as I passed by him from the living room mirror, and eventually he started to wave back. He kind of became a constant companion to me, and I adjusted to Capone just as he adjusted to me. My case wasn't as severe as Sarah's. She saw Cassandra everywhere she looked, around every corner, just out of sight, over her while she slept. Sarah took her own life 2 years ago. I wanted to blame the Mallows for it, but I can't. Following the person who looks at their messages is just what they do. Now, every time I see Capone, I'm reminded of what I did in the car that day. I knew I shouldn't have picked up that text. If I didn't, she would still be here.
I don't think that's how it works. I don't think that
since William
you looking at the text would have changed anything.
He felt relieved. He's never actually told anyone about this in such detail before. The majority of what happened was kept between himself and Capone. He looked up to the creature in the mirror from across the room for a few seconds, as it gave the old, familiar wave. William was silent for a minute, staring at Capone, and then back to his papers. He felt the need to make one last point. But then again, how would I have known? I don't know who made the Mallows, or why. I don't even know if anyone actually made the app. Many things like it have been created naturally, or have been given some kind of anomaly out of sheer chance. It would make so much sense if some kind of anomaly out of sheer chance. It would make
Yeah?
The little, I'm sorry, but just the little split second of the Mallow just appearing there for 2 frames.
I mean, it's cute.
I just thought it was kind of funny.
If some physical
I like how they do that in there.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool.
I can legitimately find. None on the Mallows, none on me. Just on chance. What's with the blank expressions? Oh, you don't know about acid. Right.
Wait, what?
New AI, very state-of-the-art. Here at the Foundation, we're developing new technology constantly to deal with new threats.
Of course, of course. You make sure you gotta keep that up-to-date technology.
But it has a multitude of uses. I'm not the technical guy. I'm gonna be mainly using them for speech synthesis. Oh, if you don't know, ACID stands for Anomalous Containment Intelligence Database. I'm just a level 3 researcher who gets to use it.
What's up?
Just check the App Store and there is no Mallow app.
What the fuck?
Anyway, I think that about does it for today.
But
thank you very much for listening.
I did find a social network for gay and straight seniors.
What? I think that's a very different thing, Tally.
And you are all dismissed. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Sir SCP. Tally, that is not the same thing as Mallow.
We don't know that. Maybe it rebranded.
I don't think so. I don't think it rebranded to a dating app for seniors.
It doesn't say it's a dating app. It says it's social networking.
That's a dating app. Do you have any final word? This was a really, really cool SCP.
If anybody who's viewing this has a link to Mallow and you can send it to me, please post it in the comments.
Yeah. If you have any links to Mallow, please do let us know. Yes, this has been really fun, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
I'm actively seeking gay and straight Mallows.
Bye.